We're here in Eagle Pass, Texas. We got GINO Medina, one of the most popular wrestlers in the state of Texas. GINO, man, it's like you're everywhere now, bro. I mean, you were in the Rio Grande Valley and Mission. You were wrestling Danny Ramones. Now you're here in Eagle Pass, and you're wrestling Mil Muertes, bro.
Yeah, man. The thing is, I've been everywhere for a while, man. Since I was like around 16, I got on the road, and I've been all over Texas, man. I've been wrestling. And finally, you're starting to hear about me a little bit more. And
Yeah.
Main eventing shows like tonight against Mil Muertes. That's a big process that I've been through since I was like 16. That I've been like just hustling until I'm in the main events now.
Yeah, consistency, man. Who were you looking up to when you were a little kid? When did you start getting into wrestling, dude?
So I'm actually a second generation wrestler.
Okay.
My dad was a luchador back in Mexico for AAA and Consejo Mundial.
Okay.
Basically, his name was El Sanguinario, Sash Máscara Maligna, and he was all over Mexico, man. So as a kid, I was just around wrestling.
I could imagine.
As a 3-4-year-old, I was at wrestling.
Oh, wow.
So ever since I was like 14, I started training by Booker T. I started training in Houston. I got trained by Booker T over there. And ever since then, I've just been on the road out here hustling, man.
Man,
Yeah.
what was the status of your father? Did he become a pretty big star in Mexico back in the day?
He wrestled the likes of like Eddie Guerrero, man, Rey Mysterio, Jericho, all those guys over there in Mexico. Máscara Sagrada, LA Park, all these guys. He even knows Mil Muertes himself.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool to like kind of follow his footsteps and kind of continue his legacy,
Yeah. And how was it growing up? I mean, did you see him a lot, or was he always out, on the road?
He was out a lot of times, but when he was home, I would go to the shows with him. Like when he was at home, I would just go to the shows. Sadly, he passed away when I was like 5 or 6 years old. So at that time, like I kind of took a little bit break from wrestling. But like later in life, I kind of just fell back in love with it.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of my dad.
And what happened to him? How did
he had a heart attack? He had heart problems that he didn't really know about. And then
And how old was he when that happened?
32.
Dude, he was super young, bro.
Man. Yeah.
Wow.
I was like 6 or 7, and he died when he was super
Man,
young.
that must have been devastating for a bit for you, man. I mean, he was probably your hero and shit, right?
Yeah, because I was at all the shows with him, like backstage. I would try to go as many shows I could to kind of see what was going on.
Yeah.
'Cause I was just fascinated by wrestling when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of like respect it as much as I do now, and kind of like hustle as much as I do now, because I kind of saw all of that. I saw that side of it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, it can be like this, So now I kind of just my goal is kind of to get to that level,
Yeah.
Being at AAA, Consejo Mundial, all these shows. Right now I wrestle for MLW, so I'm almost there. But I know I can still progress a lot.
There's
more.
just so much opportunity now. I mean, there's so many federations and promotions opening up, and with the internet, I mean, anybody could really make a quality show, and quality, with quality wrestlers to where it's territorial again, like back in the day where it was territories, right?
Yeah, there's so many companies right now. You got like Ring of Honor, you got MLW, who Mil Muertes wrestles for MLW as well. You got NWA, WWE, AEW. You got all these wrestling companies now that are kind of competing with each other. So it makes wrestling a lot better, man.
How old are you anyway?
25.
25. So, man, you're a young buck, dude.
Man,
You still got a lot of time left. I mean, like Ric Flair, look at that guy. He was 70 and he was still wrestling.
Yeah, he's still going.
You've got so much left, bro. What's the next level for you, man?
It would be for me. I'm happy for the promotion that I'm at right now at MLW. I feel like it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of guys that are better than me. So that only means that I can get better at myself there, just being around those guys. So as long as I'm constantly in a room where like people are better than me, that's all I'm happy with, man. Because I just keep evolving. Like I said, I was 14 years old, training in Houston, Texas, to like main eventing shows all over the place. To wrestling Mil Muertes at Santo, being in the ring with Rey Mysterio, being in the ring with all these legends. To me, it's kind of a tribute to my dad, man.
Yeah. No, you got a good face for wrestling. I mean, I'm sure you've got your fan base is just growing everywhere you go.
Yeah.
And it's just great to have you on the show, man. We wish you the best of luck. And you're young. You still got a lot ahead of you. And man, tonight you're gonna face Mil Muertes, bro. What is that gonna be like, bro?
I'm excited for it because we've been in the ring together before, but in a triple threat. It was actually Ricky Marvin, Mil Muertes, and myself in Chicago. So main event in Chicago to main event over here in Texas too. I'm my home turf, man. So I might take the W tonight.
Yeah. Hey, GINO Medina right here, one of the up and coming young wrestlers that is gonna be hitting it sky high. And we appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us here inside the Eagle Pass Youth Center, where they're gonna have an amazing wrestling event tonight. We appreciate everybody that's coming out to support this. It's for a good cause, and we appreciate you being a part of this event tonight, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Gino Medina, right here on hashtag PVT.
This is Gino Medina, El Intocable, and you're watching hashtag PVT.
We are in Eagle Pass, Texas right now. We've got the promoter of this great wrestling event happening here at the Eagle Pass Youth Center. We're talking about Cecil, man. Welcome to the show, Cecil.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for so much for having me here at PVT. And honestly, I'm excited for this awesome show we're having. Hernandez Promotions' very first premiere event here in Eagle Pass, Texas, my hometown.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. So this is the very first event you make, or have you done them before?
Originally, I've helped out a lot of promotions come to my hometown because before they used to do a lot of shows, but like there was a quiet period of time that they didn't do that much shows. So now, you know what, I decided to bring that professional wrestling back up to Eagle Pass because this is what we're about. South Texas is the best here, you know.
Yeah, and then this place is great. It's like classic. Reminds me of when I was growing up as a kid inside a gym with the sheep herders and the Bruiser Brody and all these wrestlers that would come down from San Antonio, man. Who do you got on the lineup tonight? You've got quite a few wrestlers, man.
We got a few talent here all the way from Matamoros, Mexico City to Laredo, to Nuevo Laredo, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, you name it, all over the state of Texas.
And you got Mil Muertes, Gino Medina as a headline show. I mean, this is incredible, bro.
This is a guaranteed not miss match. I mean, this is a match that Eagle Pass is ready for. I mean,
yeah. So, what is your social media? Where can they find you?
You can find me on Hernandez Promotions Wrestling or Cecil Alexander Hernandez, and or Amazing Pro Wrestling.